Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Beyond the Case podcast, which is a podcast where global leaders from the Harvard Business School and its OPM program join in a personal capacity and share the real lessons, decisions, failures, and mental models that go behind building enduring companies. My guest today is Wilfredo Gomes, who is the founder of OneWG. How are you, Wilfredo?
Hi, how are you? So I'm very
Yeah,
glad to stay here, to see you. It's very
good to see you.
proud to see your job and to discover behind the students and the companies what's going on.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Wilfredo, do you want to introduce yourself for the listeners?
Yeah. So I'm a Brazilian. I was born in Florianópolis. It's a small city in south of Brazil. It's on one island called Santa Catarina Island, and the most beautiful state in Brazil called Santa Catarina State. Is a very, very European state, was colonized by Italian, Germans, Austrians, Japanese, many people outside of Brazil.
Mhm.
We have a different state in Brazil because the south of Brazil, the people, because this backsided families work a lot, the small cities and big companies. We are a large producer in food and technology and materials and machines and tiles and wherever. We're in a small state in lands in the area.
Mhm.
We you have less than 2% of the Brazil, the lands. So we grow in this atmosphere and in the past, and I have on my backside father was deputy. Deputy was a politician because the families continue like my uncle. But unfortunately, he passed away. Was 2 years old, and like a small family to me and two brothers and mother. I mean, start to understand very young what the need to growing fast and to help my family. And I go to university very early with 16 years old. Started my company with 17. Next year, my company, OneWG, is leadership in the advertising company in the south of Brazil. Next year, complete 40 years old. I'm not so old like people imagine, but I'm start early. But I'm very proud to build not just a company, but a reputation and in the between the businessmen, between the companies, between the governments, and between more important the people. And now of course, I'm participate of the not day by day because we have a big team, but and the strategy and the big plans and with try to use my time to discover like OPM this year, no? New frontiers, new friends, new ideas, new perspective for the futures, and discover the world. I think is this. The world is very small now. No? You now in New York and in Florianópolis, I've been talking, and 2 months ago, I'm not imagine find one the smart guy, and people. This is more the smart guy in the Harvard Business School now. Probably in the future is be a professor there.
I don't know if I can be a
Yeah.
professor. That's an incredible background, Wilfredo.
I'm a graduate in this business and accounting, and making 2 MBAs in the governance in the SG. I'm starting my MBA in Chicago University, but unfortunately, when the crisis in the back in 2007, I think so, not complete. And now I started this OPM, but I have many courses and whatever. I was a professor in one university for a while here in Santa Catarina. That's it.
So you started your company when you were 17 years young.
Yeah.
Wow, you were not even an adult then.
Hey, when I think about that, you imagine I'm almost. You imagine this as American films as a nerd guys. I was a nerd,
You
and
were a nerd.
yeah, and just study, and then start to was a musician, and then because the musician, I make a jingles, musician to make commercials, and start the company advertising. It's like on one bridge to do this, and you know, when you see, you make the company like this.
What musical instruments did you play as a musician?
Ah, man. In the past, many guitars, bass, whatever have the chords, I'm playing. But
Is that why you're
it's
so
for the
famous?
history, for the photos, for the
Is that
pictures.
is that why you're so famous with the women?
Yeah, in the past maybe.
Okay. So what is 1WG? Can you tell us what the company does?
OneWG is the largest advertising company in Santa Catarina, one of the largest in Brazil. Was and between 2000 2004 partner of the American group from New York, was part of the DDB, DDD. After 2004, uh, I bought all the shares and back to just to stay in Santa Catarina. Was a good experience for the staying in a multinational company. A lot of different cultures and different management, and I prefer to stay here. And I'm focusing on my networking, very, very concentrate about develop this between here, São Paulo, and the world. I have connections in Brazil, in South America, and Europe, and can use this to put the energy to build solid clients like NG Group. This is the largest energy. This is a French Belgian company, and the headquarters here. We are big and small company because we are big in revenues, but you are so small because you are around the 60 people work. It's not big office, but
Mhm.
we work a lot and make money and be happy. Can make money and go to the beach sometimes.
You're always at the beach.
Yeah.
That means you're making a lot of money.
Make money is good, but better than make money is use the money.
Wilfredo, why did you start the company? What was the spark that made you feel like, hey, I need to start a company right now?
In this time, when I was 17, I mean, university, of course. And because I was a musician, I started to prepare some commercials. I'm very curious all the time. And I see, I don't like what the people making for commercials, ideas, how treat the products. And I start to work with this. And when you see, you develop the company, we develop the ideas, we develop the team. Some people come with me, and you develop. I think sometimes the companies develop what want to do, what want to put your heart, your energy to develop. No, it's not. Uh, I'm growing to do this. No, but you have some feelings like cooking, no, like a chef.
Yeah,
Uh, uh, Sometimes you use your talent for do it what you want to do, and you can balance pleasure, money, work. I put this in the mix, and I'm really happy until today. This is more important.
amazing. And how did you find your first client?
Oof. My first client is one client. The client have one small franchise to sell hot dogs. It's my first client 40 years ago. But now I have a big clients, and now we have like a 15 clients who have concentrate a lot on the clients. We prefer less and do more than have a lot of clients and do less. Now the government of Santa Catarina is a big client of us. One international air company, Royal Air Morocco, is our client in South America. A lot of retails is a client. Many city halls is a client. Engie is a client. Diamond Group is another energy company here in the Northeast is a client. Good clients, and the people respect our jobs, respect our idea, because this is like a doctor, when you see the doctor, you need to respect the doctor. Say, I believe in you. I use your medicine. I'm feeling better. It's like a advertising. If you not respect, if you
Yeah,
not believe, you not work together, never happen. No,
absolutely. But
and
did you know your client beforehand and then you told them, hey, I started a company? Or was it just a chance encounter?
the first client's a friend. Do it for me, like this. It's nothing. It's like Steve Jobs in the garage. You imagine, 40 years I saw him. It's too long time to imagine this arc. We have many times of the company, times we are young and want to conquest the world, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Now things, when you got the age, you get the experience, and you feeling this is the balance: make money, pleasure, and good job. This is, I think, our
Work life balance.
yeah, this balance is very important for us today.
When you started your company, did you raise any venture capital or any bank debt? How did
No,
you get started?
it's crazy. I sold my bicycle and no money. Of course not.
No money.
Just start. I'm going to do. I'm remind. I contract one assistant and go to the one in the office. This office is one of my friend. I share with the rental and the office. Take one small place and it starts like one adventure.
Talking about work life balance, when you started your company, were you working very long hours? Do you think you did not focus on personal life then, or were you focusing on both aspects?
I think when I start the company, not have idea exactly when I want to exactly want to go. Remind we live in the south of Brazil, or not live in the center of Brazil, like São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, Minas Gerais, big cities, have a lot of employees. Because we live now in Florianópolis, a lot of nice people want to move from São Paulo to work here. And when I saw this, I can invite some people. Why did they not come from São Paulo to live here, to work with me here? Probably these people make more money in São Paulo, but is more happiness here. You imagine these 60 people work with me now. I think 2 or 3 was born here.
Okay.
Everybody born was outside of Florianópolis, moved to here because the people want to live here. No, it's like move to California. No, like move to
Yeah.
Florida. It's like to move to another place to have a pleasure, money, and work. And
So you had
I
a
think
good balance of personal life and your professional life.
in the beginning I worked too much. The first 20 years was really tough.
20 years?
The
First
first 20
20 years.
years,
Wow.
yeah, work a lot. But of course, look, I'm live. I show you when I show you my.
Beautiful.
I
Beautiful.
live in front of the ocean, and the people here, like Rio de Janeiro, can go to the office, go to the beach if you want, and back to the office,
Yeah.
and have the life quality. This is for this kind of people work with the advertising, work with the ideas, work. Now is more easy. Of course, it's like a nomads, no? Like the people work wherever the world with the computer. But the past, you need to some base, no, to feeling better. And the Florianópolis gave this for everybody.
Are there any principles you have as a leader that you have developed over the last 40 years of running 1WG?
I think it's to be a leader, the people need to respect you, need to respect your ideas, respect your past, your present, and respect what you can have security and safety for the future. And the people who work with me, my team most connected with me because I have different teams. But when they say follow this, nobody say I don't know, I not agree, and not no. Let's go. It's my fault. Is I'm wrong. Is wrong is my fault. You know. And I think it's the leadership. You need to have the force. You need to study. You need to understand what I can do and where you can stay, where you can find this target. The people love to work with me because I'm very directly, I'm very fast. On the last day when the professor
Came on.
talk about Guardiola, nah?
Yeah.
About tac go. Love this. No, tung tungo. You know, you need to work. You need to pass the ball. You need to you need to move. You need to have interest. You need to discover. You need to open the mind.
You did something very amazing at OPM 67. You created OPM hats for all of us. How did you think of that? Why did you do that?
Imagine 160 people.
Yeah.
How these people see me fast? You need to create a desire, a simple desire. Until today, someone asked me about the hat. I don't have my hat. You know, you create a desire. It's simple, but of course, is different. And fast, everybody knows who is Wilfredo in the OPM 67.
Yeah, you got well known and very famous very fast.
I love to share, you know, the ideas. I love to share the happiness. I love to share the moments. We share the thing. I put the hat. I'm OPM 67. We share the happiness for these people. We share one the conquest for everybody. You know?
Yeah. It is
Yeah, this
a
is
Yeah, I think it was a very thoughtful gesture. You touched a lot of hearts. And also, thank you. I got a hat as well. So, thank you. It's very special. My daughter wears it, and I've sent you a few photos of her wearing it. Why did you apply to OPM? How did you?
it's very good the history because 28 years ago,
Mhm,
96,
mhm.
a friend of mine invited me to be a yearly student for one day in Harvard. And I'm very young, I'm 26 years ago, 27 years ago. One day I'm arriving in Boston and this big sites, big professor, a lot of people. I say, one time I'm back here to take the OPM. And I say to my mom is 83 years old. I say, you ready 2007 to go with me there to receive my diploma, my certificate? Yeah, I think this is of course for my job, OPM not increase a lot of things. I think it's when a good trophy, you know, to say I'm arrived in the Everest. No, I'm arrived there. I'm arrived at the high point. I'm here. Look to me. You get it. You can do it the same. Like this. Like to push the people, say, if I can, you can.
Lead by
That's it.
example.
Yeah, that's it. That's important sometimes for my team, for my clients, for the people. You can imagine in Florianópolis, I make a lot of interviews and the people are very impressed about that. How you sacrifice your life in this moment to do this? Because I know to show for everybody it's possible.
Yeah,
It's possible.
it is.
This is more important to say you can.
Yes.
you know, like Obama. You can.
Yes, you can. Wilfredo,
Yes, you can.
one thing I have noticed about some of the best leaders is they're always learning. If you remember Rosario Charo from
Yeah.
OP, always learning. She did an MBA in 1998.
The-
Your story as well sounds very similar. So I'm recognizing that the best leaders are always pushing themselves to learn about the new ideas, surround themselves with younger minds as well. What has been some of the biggest mindset shifts for you after OPM 67?
We live in when the world very strange, a lot of technology, a lot of yeah, a lot of different cultures, religions, but you are human being. You have a blonde here, you know. You have a brain. You have sensitive. You have a heart. We are not our machines, and I think the OPM can prove. You imagine you in Harvard and the people you not use technology right
Yeah.
in the
Blackboard.
blackboard.
Yes.
Why don't use this technology? Because it's the purpose. It's the purpose. You're human beings. You you're not the machines. You know. And I think realize your mind, realize your brain, realize your people. You can use, of course, the technology, but you need to use the
Mind.
white hair.
Mm.
The white hair is very important. You can stop the paint in your hair. You need the white hair
Yeah.
because the experience. This is more important. Imagine we in the middle of Rosario and a lot of people have. Why these people is there? Why Hajiv, you, everybody? Because want to share experience, want to share life, want to share successful, want to share emotions. This is the more important, you know, to share one WhatsApp.
Absolutely. It's incredible. What I'm understanding from you is it's the people, the participant people at OPM 67, which made a big impact on you and your thinking.
I'm very impressed. You're talking about one people who impressed me a lot of Rosario because Rosario or Rajiv, some people is a little older and have a family, have a kids, have a grandchild, and start there, you know, to 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 sacrifice something to one purpose, to learn, to teach. You know, it's like a circle: learn, teach, learn, teach, learn, teach. Every day is one lesson.
Yes.
One discussion is one lesson. One crisis is the one lesson. I'm very impressed about the when we start, when we finish, and I think everybody is very anxious for start again the next unity because everybody excited to feeling
Yeah.
this panic, this uh, uh, acknowledgement, this time, this you know, this is very crazy. It's really, really different feelings you have in the OPM in this time together with a lot of worldwide leaderships, for sure.
Wilfredo, how do you define a good leader?
The good leader need to believe. If you put in one word, need to believe. If you imagine the older leaders, if you don't believe, nobody believe.
Amazing.
And believe one word is very big. You need to, or the products, or the projects, or the develops, or ideas, need to believe. And the leadership convince you to believe. I think it's you can roll the car, you can open the road, or you can go to the Everest. You need to believe.
If you could write a letter for your younger self, the 17-year-old Wilfredo who started the company, what would you tell?
Wow, wow, wow. I think I tell to I have a son, 9 years old. I try to tell him, and maybe I tell it to myself, to more patience, to have
Patience.
more time, you know, not to be afraid for the time, because sometimes, of course, you need to rush, but sometimes the rush, you don't finish the running, you know.
Yes.
It's more important the destiny on the arrival, the all this transition. You need to step by step. I think it's important to academy instruction. It's important to job instruction. It's important time by time. Sometimes you try to acceleration, to try to push too much, and maybe you lose the time. And I think I try to do this, and of course more now because we live. My kid live more than 100 years for sure. Your kids also, and they need to, hey, easy, easy. 1 year is nothing. 2 years is nothing. And, you need to, you know, you have time to playing. You have time to lovely, to make a family, to work, to make company, to make money, to travel, to experience, to adventure. Have times for everything. You need just to balance this and when escalate with the time of life. If you sometimes you rush to time, you finish your gas easy. You need to gas to
Thank you.
I think this is more important. And the young guys sometimes have too much energy. So, I need to do this today, tomorrow. Easy, but easy, easy. The week is have a 7 days. The month have a 30 days. The year have a 36 days. 10 years, 3,600 days. Like this, easy. And I think it's maybe I let it to myself like this. Easy, Wilfredo, easy. Take care of yourself. Lovely more. Make more kids. I just make one kid.
How does your morning look every day you wake up? What time do you wake up? And then what do you do in the first few minutes after you wake up?
My day, I wake up early every day. Early, 7 o'clock. Like everybody. I'm because the worldwide take the mobile, see emergencies, no emergencies, coffee, news, work slowly. I have one team start to work early with me, and I send and you follow the directions. And I try, for example, now this time I'm not working in the office in the morning. I'm staying at home. I work, of course, but from my home. Sometimes I have, of course, meetings of this or that I'm going, but I prefer to I'm produce for the morning in the home. And afternoon, I go to the office. I have a meeting with my partner, with this, with that, with clients. But the ladder for the young Wilfredo, I try to use this for myself today.
Yeah.
Easy,
Easy.
easy, easy. Sometimes I have one very big trouble. Say, I put here tomorrow. I will fix this. I think not. No, try to fix now because sometimes you rush. You
You don't
you
think
wrong
clearly.
decide. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. You need you use this is I think this is smart. This is intelligent. This is your experience, your brand, your lifestyle to use the time for your favor. Not the time use you.
Yes.
I try to do this to myself now. I try to, for example, now when the holidays to disfruit more, to use more, to relax more, because you know everybody passed away. The money passed away. The billionaires passed away. Everybody passed away. I need to live the life. Sometimes I have more pleasure to have lunch with my kids, make one billionaire contract with a client. I need to, you know,
Balance it.
to balance. Balance is the word. I talked about belief, but I talked about balance. That's sometimes I use I look my garage. I love cars. I have one
Yeah.
small collection cars. Sometimes I look at the car and say, 3 months I don't start this engine of this car. What the fucking this? Why I do this with myself? For what? Don't you need to easy going. Of course, with the responsibility, with no, but you need to use your success for something. For drink a good wine, to stay with your kids, to travel, wherever you want, wherever you have a pleasure. But the pleasure, I think, another thing is very important in this recipe for happiness. You know,
And yes.
because if you don't have a pleasure, don't make sense to make money.
Is there any book that has influenced you a lot in your life?
I don't know what it in English this book, but and one sociology American make one book. It's very difficult to find this book. They counting the histories about the not Koreans, no, the word, not to put the reality about the history. Troya, when you see the problem, but you were arrogant and go to the and do it the wrong things. You know, I have a lot of histories about the Troja's horse, the Korea War, about the Vietnam War, about something. Sometimes you need to understand you going for the well, say the armadillo for the jail, not the jail, but for the no, you go for the you, you, you don't think you blind and you follow for unvictory, you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
But it's obvious you lose, but you can see because sometimes you are arrogant too much to see this. I forgot the name this book, but after I sent to you,
Okay.
and I think this book is very clever to say, hey, use your intelligence to see the reality,
Hmm.
not what you want, but what's really reality. And sometimes you lose the reality, and not you imagine, but you say, "Oh, I imagine this." No, but it's clever. Sometimes lose is win.
Yeah. Losing is
Sometimes win is lose.
correct. Thank you, Wilfredo. I appreciate it. You've been very generous with sharing your life story, the lessons you've learned. I'm sure it will inspire a lot of people. So I
Thank you
appreciate it
very
very.
much.
Thank you very much.